My fiancé blew up at me and called off our wedding a week before it was supposed to happen. Now he's saying he didn't mean it and is begging me to go through with it. September 14, 2024, 6:30 p.m., Los Angeles. I remember every detail of that evening as though I'd engraved it on my skin. The golden hour light filtered through the living room blinds, casting striped shadows on the cream walls. I was adjusting the lace veil. I planned to return to the bridal shop the next day when my phone buzzed. It was him, my fiancé, Jonah, typing in all caps. "We need to talk right now." I tightened my grip on the veil and whispered, "Okay." When he burst through the door less than 2 minutes later, his face was flushed, his eyes wild. He threw his leather jacket onto the couch, sending a framed photo of us sliding off the armrest. He didn't apologize or sit. He stood, trembling. "I can't do this," he said. My breath hitched. "Jonah, what are you talking about?" His jaw clenched. "Us. The wedding. I'm done." The room spun. Engraved invitations, silk table runners, the string quartet all vanished in an instant. I backed away, heart pounding so loud I thought it might burst. "You're joking." He shook his head. "No joke. I can't marry you." "Why?" I managed through a whisper. He laughed, bitter, fractured. "You know damn well why." I reached for him, but he flinched. His hand darted into his pocket, pulling out crumpled receipts from the past week. Late-night dinners, overpriced shoes, non-stop demands. "You've turned me into someone I don't even recognize." I stared at the receipts, each one under $50. A coffee at 7:15 a.m., a smoothie at 12:30 p.m., a bouquet of daisies at 5:45 p.m. I remembered every moment, how he'd smiled when I surprised him with that smoothie, how he'd kissed me softly when I handed him the daisies. Is this really why? He threw the papers to the floor. "It's not just money. It's me. I'm suffocating." I felt tears stinging my eyes. "We've built everything together for 2 years. How can you do this a week before our wedding?" He folded his arms. "I'm sorry. I thought I could go through with it, but I can't." My world shattered. I sank to the floor, sliding backward until the wall supported me. "So that's it? After everything?" He hesitated. His stern mask cracked. But before he could finish, my phone chimed again. A text from my mother, "Are you okay? Dinner at 6 tomorrow." The normalcy of her message felt like salt in a bleeding wound. He saw me reading, stepping closer. "I can't do this. I'm out." I pressed my hands to my ears, trying to shut out the chaos. "Get out," I whispered. "Just get out of my house." He stood frozen, shoulders slumped. Then, more softly, "Please," I glared. "Don't you please me." But his shoulders shook with sudden regret. "I didn't mean it," he murmured. "I love you. I'm so sorry." The contradiction pierced me deeper than his words of anger. I rose slowly, meeting his gaze. "If you loved me, you wouldn't have broken me like that." He closed the distance between us, voice raw. I panicked. I lost my head. I was stupid. I swallowed, tasting the dust of my broken dreams. "You've hurt me more than you can imagine." He reached out, but I turned away. "I can't forgive you right now." He sank to his knees, eyes pleading. "I need you. I need us to be okay. Please say you'll marry me." I stood rigid, tears spilling down my cheeks. The engagement ring he pressed into my hand felt cold. A week later, the invitations lay unopened. Cake tastings, seating charts, the florist's sketches all abandoned. I moved through the motions of life by sheer force of will, going to work, answering emails, lying that everything was fine. But each night, when I closed my eyes, I heard his voice, "Please say you'll marry me." I decided I needed clarity. I texted him, "Let's meet." At 7 p.m. on September 21, 2024, I sat at our favorite corner table at Luna Azul, the Mexican restaurant where he'd proposed on a chilly December night 2 years earlier. I ordered iced tea and tried to steady my shaking hands. He arrived 5 minutes late, apologetic. He looked different, softer, humbled. He slid into the booth across from me. "Thank you for coming," he said. I folded my arms. "You wanted this." He nodded, eyes fixed on the table. "I've spent a week thinking about what I said. I've tried to pretend it didn't happen, but I can't. I was a coward." I caught the waiter's gaze and ordered a taco plate for him, even though he hadn't asked. He gave me a grateful smile. He leaned forward. "I'm begging you, Claire. I love you more than anything. I don't want to live without you." My heart tightened. Despite everything, I still loved him. I remembered our first kiss on a rain-soaked street in Silver Lake, how he'd held my hand through every hardship. But I also remembered the pain he'd caused me. "Why should I trust you?" I asked, voice brittle. He met my eyes, voice steady. "Because I'm going to prove it every single day. I'll go to counseling. I'll pay off those stupid receipts and more, anything to rebuild what I destroyed." I stared at him, weighing hope against heartbreak. The waiter placed a plate of carnitas tacos in front of him, steam rising. He reached for a taco as if to keep it casual, then froze. He swallowed, setting the taco down. He opened his mouth to speak, then paused, his face paling. He pressed a hand to his chest, breathing hard. Claire, alarm shot through me. I set my iced tea down. Jonah? He gripped the table, gaze darting up into mine like a man seeing a ghost. I have to tell you something. My pulse thundered. What is it? He swallowed again. I didn't just panic about the wedding. His voice trembled. There's something else, something I've kept from you. Fear knotted my stomach. What? He closed his eyes. I was diagnosed with a heart condition 6 months ago. His hands hovered over the taco but didn't touch it. It's serious, Claire. They said if I pushed myself stress, big events, I could have a heart attack. My breath caught. Memories of his fainting episode last Christmas at my parents' house flooded back. He'd laughed it off, blaming the flu. He shook his head. I lied to you because I didn't want you to worry. When the wedding planning got intense, I thought, maybe I could get through it. But I couldn't. Tears blurred my vision. You should have told me. He choked out a laugh. I know. I was terrified of losing you if you thought I was weak. I reached across the table, placing my hand over his. His skin was clammy. The restaurant around us blurred. In that moment, nothing else mattered. I'm angry, I whispered. But I'm not going to lose you. He closed his eyes, relief flooding his face. I'm begging you, marry me. I nodded, unable to voice the words. He slid the ring onto my finger, his hand shaking. We sat in silence, tears mingling, the hum of other diners fading away. Outside, the neon sign flickered, casting a warm glow on our table. I finally spoke, voice soft but firm. We'll go through with it. But we do it my way. We face this together, wedding, counseling, everything. He squeezed my hand, then pulled me into a trembling embrace. As we left the restaurant, the cool night air wrapped around us. I felt hope and fear entwined in my chest. But as long as we faced the storm together, I believed we might survive it. And so, with the wedding still just days away, I chose to believe in love's fragile promise once more.